Welcome to the Ghost Cup Series here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas for these guys. Currently in their qualifying runs right now, there is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 drivers at least that are registered for the session. Currently, right now, the person who sits on top is Brock Whitehead. Patrick McQuaid, Sizemore, Roos, and Whitehead are the top five right now. Some people have yet to run. Again, sponsored by Team Watson Racing setup. Use code WATSSPIN39 for 10% off your purchase of a setup. They also have a subscription service they are running with their sets. You can get A, B, and C set each week for a month for $25, and they're always updated throughout the week from the builders. Builders always working to try to make them better. I run for TWR, so always fun to run their stuff. That means that I'm on their NASCAR team for their A Opens. Pretty high IR, 4.5K. They really helped me grow. Kenny's a very good builder. He is a person who builds these sets for Team Watson Racing setups, but Helpka wanted me to show us earlier. They have the Spooky Juice Racing family. It's Charles Whitehead, Christopher Birds, Matt Mentler, Cody Tarrant, and Brock Whitehead for that. These guys are all in the race, of course. I'll pull up some race info that y'all will see on the track here. So a little bit over a mile and a half. And the real question is, is DJ Daniel going to continue his winning ways that he had? Or is he going to, or is a newcomer going to come and take the win instead? Because that's going to be a big question mark that I have on my mind, at least for me. I kind of am curious to see, can DJ do this again? Or is this kind of a one-time thing for him? Guys currently have about 2 more minutes left in their qualifying session right now. I need to change one of these bottom logos though. It's a old logo. We really don't use W at all for anything anymore, so I'm going to take my time to change that while these guys are currently in there right now, as that is the logo right there for it. So we'll see that change to Team Watson Racing setups. I will save this project so it will want to overwrite. So this overlay might go away for just half a second. No, it looks like it actually stayed. You see the qualifying time is right there currently. We have a dead tie. Oh my gosh. So we have Brock Whitehead and Patrick McQuaid literally have tied for the pole. Well, that is amazing. I did not expect that at all. That is pretty crazy. For a qualifying time where these guys tie, I don't think I've saw that. But, who do y'all think is going to come home with the win here today? Because I really don't know. This track is definitely a lot different than Daytona, but it also does kind of act like Daytona a little bit too. Actually, they're running the duels right now at Daytona currently. My driver, Kyle Larson, he is currently sitting third right now in the race, lap 24 of 60. He was in duel 2. These guys have about a minute left, and I will also roll the opening invocation. I need to have the file sent to me. I forgot to ask for that, and I do not know why it is doing that to you guys. So let me go to game capture, and I will have to move this down here. That is odd that it will pop on me, so give me a minute. We'll hop out of here real quick again. So give me a half a second here. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why it wants to keep popping on me. I'm trying new settings here, but I will also roll their opening invocation here. I about forgot to do that, so give me a second.
Almighty God, tonight we come before you and we just thank you for technology like iRacing that blesses us with the opportunity to connect with new friends that live anywhere in this world over the shared passions of racing. Tonight I pray for the same thing we pray for every night, Lord, that you might bless us with patience and wisdom tonight as these drivers traverse around this racetrack. And Lord, I thank you that you are here to bless our conversations. Let it be fruitful and beneficial in your sight. We pray all of this in Christ's name. Amen.
See, that was the opening invocations for the race. Going to pull up the very, very quick poll here that has all the qualifying results on it. If it will show for me, it's not wanting to. There it will go. This looks like it will not want to pop up. There it goes. So we'll do top 10 here very, very quickly for these guys, at least. So Brock Whitehead, Patrick McQuaid, Ryan Sizemore, Christian Roos, Trey Whitehead, Mike Salnowski, Lucas Whitehead, Thomas Stewart, Cody Tarrant, Colt Leskowski, Noah Owens, Brandon McLaughlin, Daniel Ellis, DJ Daniel, Brian Cloyd, Jonathan Cogswell, Chris Zofield, Christopher Cash, 19th will be Warren Young, 20th Christopher Burge, 21st TJ Hanley, 22nd Christopher Hufka, 23rd Charles Whitehead, 24th is Johnny Williams. So 24 drivers in the race here today. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and we're probably going to see a lot of that here. Pace car getting ready to pull off. They'll have, there we go. Starter's going to have the flag in hand. And we are underway here in the Ghost Cup Series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Like it'll be Brock Whitehead. He will lead the first lap here. Lap 2 of 150 is now underway. He's going to have his brother Trey Whitehead try to go and take lead from peeking to the outside of him. See those two Toyota Camrys up here running side by side. Sorry, not side by side. Right behind, nose to tail with each other. And then you have Ryan Sizemore in the first Chevy poking his nose. Trying to get in here. Also, he's going to have to deal with Lucas Whitehead, but in the back of the pack, it looks like everybody is pretty much sorted that out. We have somebody going down pit road. That is Patrick McQuaid. I'm not sure why he's having to go down pit road. Maybe a penalty that was put on him. I'm not completely sure why. A little bit confusing to me there. So it looks like back here around the 99 of Dylan Ellis. He's on the bottom. Going to have to deal with, looks like Brandon McLaughlin on the outside of him. Brandon's going to ride that middle line. He's going to try to get that little bit of a run off. These two brothers are just going to be running nose to tail with each other. Now, what the 3 and 8 are doing are hurting each other with their tires, but let's see how long they will keep this up. But Trey is looking on Brock Whitehead, and it has to have been a penalty on Patrick McQuaid. That's the only reason I could think that he came down pit road. Everything else from him looked completely fine. So it must have been a penalty on his end. Not sure why, but that's evidently what it had to have been. They're going to go 3 wide, go around McQuaid. McQuaid's probably going to try to get out of the way of these guys so he doesn't interfere with these guys going at it. Looks like they will tuck in just behind each other. We have these guys 3 wide back here. They are going at it, that's for sure. See where Burge, he's trying to get around DJ in that black 33 Chevy Camaro. You see Noah Owens looks like he's trying to take, or sorry, Ryan Sizemore, he's actually trying to take a little bit of a battle to Brock. If he can just get to the outside, he just needs a hold of that quarter panel. He's getting awfully close to it. I don't think it will be much longer until he just gets a nose. All he needs is just a little bit to be able to suck that 31 right back to him. But Johnny Williams, he is in pit road. I'm not sure why for him. I have to see what the reason is for him doing that. The Christian Roos, the smoke pit. Chevy Camaro up in that top line. He's currently riding in the last position for the top 5 right now. As that 31 is pushing up on that 8. He's got to be careful. I see a lot of guys get loose on each other, and that's when it ends up pretty bad. You see Chris Hupka, he's currently riding in 17th. Really want to see how this set does on the long run. I thought her tires there. This is when it's going to it's really going to show who's been saving, who's not been saving this whole entire run here. Because early on, you're going to have a ton of grip as Ryan Sizemore finally gets around Brock Whitehead for that position. I'm very curious to see how this goes for some of these guys on the long run. You see that 81, he's ripping that top. Going almost all the way up to the wall. We'll have to see how much that hurts him on exit as you see the 12 of Zofield get loose coming off the corner behind Hupka. It's one thing you don't want to see is somebody get loose and they're right in front of you. Zofield's actually going to go after Hupka, try to take that position. He is very loose off the corner. See him putting a lot of wheel into it, and that car is not liking it one bit. It's really trying to jerk around with him. Looks like Brock, he's trying to go back under Brock is trying to go back under Ryan for this position. He kind of wants it back. He's like, nah, I'm going to try to take this position from you here. He might get it done. Ryan's not really holding on to that quarter panel super hard at all either. He may be content with kind of riding behind him, riding close to him. At least you see Roos. Roos is giving Lucas Whitehead a look inside, letting him know that he's there, trying to just rattle his cage a little bit. Quaid, he is a lap down, but he's the first car a lap down. Johnny Williams has left the race. If he will be reported as off here very soon. This is what Trey likes to see in his rearview mirror. He likes to see these guys going at it back here because they are definitely not making it easy on each other to gain any position. If you want a position, you got to fight me for it, and that's not a bad thing at all. Roos is really riding that high line. That's surprising how he's getting up there. He's pretty much on that seam, very close. Ooh, you see him wiggle there. Actually, that was probably not good for him. He wiggled a lot off that corner. One person I do want to look at is how Colt Blaskowski is doing. He is one of my drivers. Was not really happy with the set early on, but he ended up getting a little bit better with it. As that was odd. SDK just said, nope, we're done here. So let me pull that back up for you all. I very well may have closed it on accident. I probably did. I believe I have, so yes, I have. As I think it may have hid behind my other screen here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. So I'm trying to pull SDK back up here for you all, and it did that again. This is... So, sorry about that, y'all. So we have SDK back. I don't know why it's wanting to pop out on me. Just randomly decided to close, but we, of course, are back with it. We'll try to figure out why it is wanting to show this little bar on the bottom. It's trying to pretty much record everything of the game. Also trying to record my pass bar. So that's why you see that little bar on the bottom of the track right now. But Trey Whitehead, he has the lead. Ryan Sizemore, he's just kind of riding in behind him. It's like that was Sizemore who just shot down to the bottom of the track. And it's got to be really careful with that. He went way down low. Could have been horrible for him, but he just got a little bit loose. Looks like Lucas, he's just kind of riding. Trey is riding. Lucas is second. We actually have top 3 are all whiteheads, so that's kind of weird to see here, but also cool at the exact same time. Looks like Roos might have got the boot there from Owen, or sorry, Sizemore. He's going to be put 3 wide now. Zofield, all right, Cogswell is on the bottom. These guys are 3 wide, maybe 4 wide here very soon. Or that is not Cogswell. Who was that 27? Was that Cogswell? Yes, that is Jonathan Cogswell. I was just making sure. I thought I had the name wrong there for half a second. Guys are just going at it. We have the 31 up in the wall. I don't think he meant to do that at all. Just scraping the wall, ripping it down with him. Might as well just do it. Who cares? See what happens. Pulling up SDK again. This is odd. This is wanting to take down everything for my SDK. He's wanting to crash, so I'm trying to deal with that again, guys. I have some dying RAM sticks that I'm getting replaced very, very soon, so that it will be fixed. The Rams just kind of like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like everybody so far is just pretty even with themselves. I don't really see any guys going at it. Nobody's really driving super hard. TJ Hanley. Patrick McQuaid, I think he very well might earn his lap back the old-fashioned way. And I think he really will, too. Because I just don't see... I mean, he ran 1 lap less, but you'd be surprised how much one less lap is at tracks like this. He could probably get his lucky dog. He's gonna get his lap back, but he's gonna have to hope for a caution, because if he does not get a caution, well, it's gonna be pretty hard for him at that point then. So DJ, he's trying to work his way up here. He's currently in 7th. He's trying to get the spot. Actually did get that spot from Ryan Sizemore. It's looking for him. Cogswell is running 6th right now. And Cogswell get a little bit of a wiggle right there. Getting a little bit loose on exit now. Got to be careful with that. If he wiggles too much, then it's going to end up heating up those rear tires. And these tires do not like to get warm at all. Like to stay pretty cool. If they can stay as cool as they can, they would rather prefer that. It looks like McQuaid, he's going to earn his lap back the hard way. You see Colt Laskowski, he's worked his way up here also. Kind of done the old hard way too. Or he's trying to catch a leader, but it looks like McQuaid, he very well may end up getting his lap back the way that people wouldn't think. Biggest mover so far is currently Warren Young. He's sitting in 7th right now. He is up 12 positions from where he started. as in the dual races, we just had Kyle Busch wrecked off the nose of Daniel Suarez. Also collected was the 15, the 62, and Travis Pastrana. Biggest loser so far is, well, obviously McQuaid, but he's about to get his lap back here. Down 21 positions, had to pit early. I still don't know why he pit early. It had to have been a penalty. That's the only reason I could think that he would pit like he did. Any other reason, I don't see why in my mind. Well, these guys are currently on lap 30. We will take a little bit of an ad break here. We are back here at Las Vegas. I was just informed by Johnny, thank you for telling me that. Patrick had a black flag at the start of the race, so he must have passed somebody on the inside. You can only do that passing on the outside. On the green flag, or on any restart, really, you can't do that overall, but he's actually been lapped back. One thing I'm noticing right now, though, is cars getting a little tight now. They're not running that bottom like they were. I think it's finally starting to plow on them because they've been diving in there a little bit deeper than what they probably should, and that right front's just beginning to cook ever so slowly for them. It does not like that. Pit stops, if I had to guess, is that 88 is right on Noah Owens, or it's right on Sizemore's door. These guys are just going at it with each other. Pretty much throughout all of it, though, it's been relatively calm. Not much has been happening so far. Whitehead, he probably wants a caution. Right now, he's like, it's not good for me at all. Hupka, he's slowly making his way up here. He's up to 13th now. Just inching his way. As Zofield, he's had a rough night. You just saw him getting the wall there. It seems like this track is just, it's not wanting to do anything with him. It's just not having it at all for him. And I can feel for that man. I have tracks like this, and I'm like, oh, it's just not working. But Warren Young, he's just slowly inching up 13 positions now. DJ is up 10, actually. He's in 4th. He's coming for this win here. He won the season opener at Daytona. So he's kind of got some, prestige to defend, I'd say. Guess you can put it that way. Brandon McLaughlin. Ecker also. Burge is up 3 positions. Not really many movers unless they're up here. You know, you got Warren, Colt, DJ. They're all moving up here pretty fast. Colt, he thought that this set was not very good, and then he realized that it wasn't the old set. They also did change the tire model at Daytona, and it made the cars really loose off the corner, surprisingly. So they've been trying to kind of combat that. Always good when iRacing rolls out an update. They're in the middle of the week to mess over everyone else because who cares? Who cares? Looks like, so McQuaid, he's got his lap back again. So he must have slipped up somewhere and gotten really tight or really loose off the corner, as looks like Trey's actually going to try to lap him again as Trey is, oh, he is plowing tight. That car is not turning for him at all. We're going to go cockpit view. That car pretty much just plowed into the corner. Oh, Lord, I can just hear those tires screeching when he goes in that corner. It is not turning for him at all. I mean, it is just absolutely just plowing right now. And it's kind of letting Brock catch him also. DJ, he's been running a little bit faster laps also. He's running a 32.25 compared to like a 32.5. So he's catching these guys very, very short, quickly. He had to get around Lucas Whitehead there. Lucas Whitehead is actually probably kind of gunning for him right now. Almost 3 Whiteheads in the top 3 right now, only separated by DJ. As Brandon McLaughlin, he's also slowly working his way up to the front. Up 5 positions from where he started. As in the duels, there is 16 laps left. As we have guys coming down for pits, so what I thought was going to happen, so we have Trey, Brock, and Lucas, all teammates here that are coming down pit road. Kind of probably a planned move here, that's for sure. I would not think this is an unplanned move. Maybe get a little bit of a draft off each other, as these cars already have a small spoiler, but drivers will take any aero advantage they can get. You want to reduce that drag as much as possible on your car. As looking at the duels. Oh, wait. I thought he slid over his box there. Looks like all of them are in. This will be 4 tires and fuel. No doubt that this is going to be 4 tires and fuel here. Looks like Trey is off. Brock, he is off also. Lucas, he should be off also. So all the Whiteheads came down pit road at the exact same time. That is undoubtedly a planned move from them. We'll have to see who else comes in, as we have the floodgates have now opened. We have Colt, Brandon, Warren, Mike, and Cody all down pit road. So, yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen. So it looks like they'll probably split this up into maybe 3 pit stops, possibly. Go to lap 80, then come down again on lap 20, I would have to guess here. Yeah, this is, everybody's coming down pit road. So this is what, yeah, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. When somebody comes, everybody else is going to come down pit road. But DJ doing this, he's going to get caught, but he's also gaining that little bit of tire advantage that he's going to have over these guys because of him staying out. It's going to be about 3 laps fresher possibly for him. It really just depends on, you know, how long he wants to go. This is one thing that I do in almost all A open races. I want to be the last person to pit. Now, of course, if I'm, you know, very far back, I'm going to come down pit road. I don't want to get blown by, but I'm always a person who wants to wait to pit all the time. As the 48's going to spin, getting on pit road, he goes down into Brock. Sorry, not Brock. Lucas. Wait, I'm getting the wrong name here. Charles Whitehead. He will just reverse, and he should get back going. That was just a... That was a byproduct of trying to get all you can on pit road. I've done that so many times. That's probably no attention there, but you see Chris and Christian are down. DJ, he's finally come down pit road. Knew he eventually would. He's going to have to come down sometime soon. Looks like he will be one of the last cars to pit also. Look, actually, it'll put Cogswell and Roberge. Those guys haven't came in to pit either, so we'll have to see when these guys want to. DJ, he should be off and away here very soon. Looks like he will be. That's 4 tires and fuel, almost a 15-second stop. TJ only had, he put on lap 38. He only took fuel. That's a Interesting call from him, but Cogswell's down. Here comes Roberge also. But looking at the duels again, it is Almirola and Larson, the top 2 drivers currently. Hubka, he's back to 7th. He did pit on lap 42. And the guys in front of him are lap 41, 38, 42. We got some 44s, 41s. As these guys are off and away finally. But this is going to put Trey Whitehead back to the lead. Brock Whitehead will be behind him and Lucas Whitehead in 3rd. So Whitehead's 1, 2, 3 right now currently in the race. As I just saw Noah Gregson's paint scheme. That is actually pretty cool of him. The Wendy's paint scheme. Again, if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that'll help us grow. Don't know why iRacing wants to keep popping out on me. I'm going to have to figure out why it's wanting to do that. That's kind of odd. I am trying new screen settings because I was running on old settings from my 3060 Ti. So the game probably wasn't getting enough RAM that it needed to. That's probably the cause of a lot of my crashes that I was getting when they were happening. Do want to see how fast DJ is compared to these guys that pit before him. I think that he was definitely a little bit... I think he's more of a long-run driver, but it seems like most of it started to happen towards the end of the fuel run for him, as I do want to give him a paint refresh, because he has to have a paint. There's no way it's just a black car for him. I do want to make sure of this on him. So you see these guys' paints go white, and then they will load in their paint scheme. As that 51 has pretty significant damage. Pretty smashed in. Well, actually not that bad. As long as it's steering straight, he should be fine. But that's not what I would like to see if I was a driver. I'm somebody, if I get a little bit of damage, I'm getting that fixed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it a lot of the time. Looks like Brandon looks like he does like that higher line than most of these guys. He's coming up on his teammate Colt Laskowski for position number 5. But you see, he really likes the high line. He's not really running that low lane like everyone else. He's really getting that run off the corner more than anything. This is an interesting line. He's going to run middle that time, try to hold the bottom. This is an interesting line for some of these guys, but you see McQuaid, he has gone a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back again. Sorry, that wasn't McQuaid. Who was that right there? It was somebody else. I was looking at the wrong person. That was actually Lucas Whitehead. I don't know why I thought that was McQuaid. Similar paint schemes, I guess, to me. It's late. Who cares? Yeah, the 43's paint. We'll actually look at the 43's paint. Now that you said that, Johnny. Said 43. I don't think we have a 43 in here. Eee. Like Whitehead, he's going to put up a little bit of a battle on Warren Young, but Warren will just go right on by him. Face no challenge at all from that position. As in the duels, there are 6 laps to go. Right now, it looks like Eric Almirola is leading Kyle Larson second. He has the worst luck on plate tracks ever, I tell you all that much. And it's absolutely horrible for him. So far, it just seems like it's just pretty calm throughout all of this. You know, Owens. The top line, he's going to have Jonathan Cox. When he get that position from him, just go by him on the bottom. Christopher Cash, he's riding around here also. McQuaid had a rough go from the beginning, so he's been trying to work back from that ever since. thing I am seeing a little bit of is some drivers are getting just a tad loose on the bottom of the track coming off the corner. It seems for a lot of the guys, as in the duels, there's about to be a wreck here. Austin Cindric about to be spun around very, very quickly. As if I was Kyle Larson, I would probably bail from this. Got a big old group up here. This has Roberge in it. I do know that. I saw that Canadian paint scheme there. He's having to deal with being around Patrick McQuaid right now. He is currently a lap down also. Some of these guys just having rough nights, but Trey's been kind of just running away with it at this point. I mean, that's really what's been happening to him. He's dropped the green flag, and he's just been gone from that point. We do have Lucas and Brock kind of going at it right here. One's running a Toyota, one's running a Chevy. Would have thought they would have been both Toyotas, but not a bad thing for those guys at all. I have a feeling there's going to be a wreck in this duel. Like Warren Young, he's also caught these guys as they've been doing that. DJ hasn't been that big of a factor as I thought that he would. He hasn't really flown up through the pack. He is running faster, but he's also having to get around a lot of these guys that he waited to hit behind. So he's really hoping that a lot of these tire advantages are going to fix itself, as Todd Gillen almost got spun by Larson on a bump in the corner. I think Larson might just want to bail out here. So he's behind Colt right now, trying to get that position from him. The biggest mover, though, is Warren. He's up 15 positions from where he started. He started 19th. He's been slowly working his... Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about, Johnny. I was really confused there. It seems like that's a fan favorite for a lot of people. It's that Guns N' Roses paint scheme that Eric Jones runs. It's like Colt, he's gotten around Ryan, so Ryan's falling off a little bit here. Two teammates, 81 and 24. 81's running a little bit of a throwback paint scheme, as he's really dedicated to that top line. I think he likes that line, and he's really the only one that's been doing that I've saw. You try to pass him, he's just going to hop up in that top line and really just make it a little bit difficult for you, and that's not a bad thing to do. Looks like Ryan, he's about to get this position, and as he got loose. One thing about these next gens, you slip that rear tire, and it is on from that point. These cars do not like getting warm. Once those rears slip, it is on from that point. And I found that out the hard way many, many times. I'm very surprised that right now there's been no wrecks yet. Maybe I'm trying to speak one into existence here. I think we need a wreck soon. If I was Trey, I'd honestly maybe even back it down a little bit, because he's got a 4.5 second lead, and backing it down and saving a little bit of tire isn't really that bad of an idea either. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of just an odd thing to deal with. As Sizemore must have had something happen, because he's been dropping really fast. He may have burned off his tires that he had. DJ's tire is finally showing possibly here a little bit later in the run. I think that's what we're seeing. Brian Cloyd, he was the one that got into Charles Whitehead on the racetrack. As he gets loose there, he got the apron. That car did not like that at all. Shot sideways. We have TJ. Looks like he keeps blinking out, I'm guessing, as these guys are getting loose now. Sabanowski's loose also, yet TJ's blinking. I don't know where he is. Sabanowski might want to get off that wall also. Never good when you can't see a driver. There he is. He finally popped back up. Cogs was kind of making a little bit of a charge also a little bit later in this run. They did pit on lap 41, so I did expect them to be coming down lap 85, 86. That's going to hurt the tires of DJ Daniel, that what he just did right there. The car is not going to like that. Just going to let him cool down just a little bit. Track is fast, but it's also very slick, as you see it wiggle there again on him too. A big old group of them now. We have Lucas. We have McQuaid. We got Roberge. Got Brock. All in this one big pack. These are lap cars, though. Some of these guys are. McQuaid's just had a rough night. He's not had the night that he wants at all. And I can't blame him either. Sometimes you just have nights where you're like, well, can't really do much. These guys are 3 wide around them lap cars. Brock on the bottom. McQuaid in the middle. They go 2 wide now, so it looks like Roberge is going to be a little bit wise there and just back out of it. As Cody Tarrant, he just made the Daytona 500. He raced his way in on the duels that happened. So this looks like, no, this whole race, everybody's just kind of just settling into a groove now. Nobody's really kind of past each other. It's just, Johnny, I see what you said there. Since you've been out there, there's been no yellows. This is what some of the racing ends up being. You know, you just all get on each other's bumper, and then you just kind of, you know, ride from that point on. You're just like, well, can't really do much after that. We've got some TWR guys who are trying the road to pro currently right now. As I did not mean to pull it up, but that is the Spooky Juice Racing family. Hubcut did want me to show that, so I will kind of make sure to show that every now and then. As SDK has said no to this. This is the second time it's been freezing on me. It just kind of does look like it's just overall everybody's just kind of in their own little area. Nobody's really up on each other. There's not really much passing. It's just kind of, you know, nice and smooth throughout the whole race. And that's not necessarily a bad thing either. When it gets to points like this is where the race is just calm, quiet. Sometimes maybe a little boring in some people's views. There is racing going on though. This is what racing looked like before they had all these stages that they did, and whenever they started doing all that crap. I remember when I used to watch races that had no stages in it. I will say the stages are kind of a good thing. TJ is blinking out again. I have no idea where he is. Seems like Lucas and Brock cannot get away from each other. I mean, they've been on top of each other the whole entire time. As the 81 finally bit it, knew that would end up happening to him. He slides coming off that corner. Knew he couldn't keep that up for as long as he was doing that. That was eventually going to come and get him again. And it did, and I'm not very surprised by that. Running up high, you can get away with it for a little bit, but it's eventually going to come back and it's going to come back and make it pay for doing that. As Warren Young is one of my drivers, hopefully take home a win today. You got pit stops. Looks like Cash is coming in. He was laps down, however. So I don't think that'll really force anyone's hand quite just yet either. ETJ, he's back. He's actually coming out of pit road. I have to see. These guys must be about 45 to 40 laps of fuel that these guys have been able to run. But I'm seeing with the stints that they're doing, that's what it's kind of estimating to be in my head most of the time. That's right around what I would think it is also. We'll go on board with the top 5 drivers each for a lap here, though. I had a feeling pit stops were going to happen, and I was right. So pit stops have begun for all the Whiteheads. They will be coming in. Looks like that will force the hand of DJ Daniel. He will also come in, be on cycle with these guys. We'll be taking a little bit less fuel, though. Where he pitted as we have the 31 around. I just saw that car shoot across the track. Where did he go? It was Christopher Cash. As he spun through the infield, looks like he got Noah Owens in that wreck also. Do not know how that did not bring out a caution. Probably should have brought out one. Let me go back and look at what happened here. Might have ran over somebody. Oh, he got ran over going into pit road. Actually, no, he just hit the apron there and just clipped it. And he just spins around through the infield. Pounds, hits the inside wall a little bit. Comes back down the track. Looks like he gets going. What happened to Noah Owens here, though? Looks like he was getting on pit road fine. He ends up sideways. It's probably a downshift. As that looks like a downshift here. I'm going to go cockpit view with him. Yep, right there. Goes from third to second. Car doesn't like that. That'll happen. So that's going to hurt these guys. They'll have to get their damage fixed as the floodgates are open. Sizemore, Warren, Brandon, and Colt all come down pit road. We got 2 teammates at least in the 81 and the 24 coming down at the same time. Cogs, we'll see how long Cogswell and Roos stay out. I don't think it'll be long. They'll probably come in here relatively soon. Trey, he's actually chopping off a lot of time because of this. This is the tire difference that happens at tracks like this. It's huge. I mean, it is a huge tire difference here. Cogswell looks like he is one of the last drivers to pit. Cogswell and Roos. Rawls also needs to come in, but he's just kind of hoping for a caution at this point. Really, nobody's been moving up or down throughout these standings. It'll cycle back around to Trey, as Trey, he actually might shave off a lot of time. And it wouldn't be a bad thing for these guys to maybe try to... You're going to have to try to short pit Trey, because the way Trey's been running, I mean, he's just going to run away with this win. And that's really what's going to happen. I mean, he's just, the way he's been driving so far, it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to check out on y'all. Bye-bye. For him, so somebody's going to have to try something. As Christian Roos finally comes down pit road. So he'll come down on lap 90 of the race and get 4 tires and fuel. So yeah, you can't go 60 laps on fuel. I have no idea, Johnny. We'll have to ask him that. Maybe you can message him and ask why. Or if he does. Let's see. So Warren, Ryan, and Colt all stayed out about 2 laps later. I want to see if this tire difference is enough as Jonathan Cogswell is coming down pit road. Cogswell is a familiar name to me. Very familiar name. Hubka's actually up 8 positions from where he qualified. He's up 14th, but yeah, Cox hilarious. So, Roberge, he has yet to come down pit road. He's the last guy that has to pit. They'll go a lap down, no doubt about that. But still, Whitehead's 1, 2, 3. DJ Daniel is right on 4th. He has the 2 Whiteheads in his sight, though. There's a very real chance that he could possibly catch these guys here. Very real chance that could happen. TJ, he pitted on lap 76. So he's kind of... Actually, that might be a good move by TJ. He can short pit these guys with that move that he made. It'll be close. I don't know if he can do it, but it's definitely possible. Roberge just come in finally on pit road, the Canadian. That red and white Monster Energy paint scheme on his car. The 48 is going to go around Trey. It's going to slow down Trey just a little bit. And he has a almost 7-second gap, or almost 8-second gap. Sorry, he now has an 8-second gap over at least Lucas Whitehead. His brother Brock is in front of him. These guys are having to deal with each other right now. As the 33 got loose, that was DJ on the bottom there. I really do want to see So Warren's the first guy up here that has 2-lap fresher tires. Now, Cogswell has 7. Problem is, I think he has to pit again. He's also 24.5 seconds back. So, not going so well for him right now. Actually, he's about to get lapped here soon, too. If he's not careful, but I think those tires will end up helping him pull away ever so slightly, very, very slowly, lap by lap by lap. Lucas is all over Brock right now. He's not giving him up. He's trying. And I know dang well he's like, please just leave me alone. I don't want to be around you right now. See, Roos, lap 88, he just went around Hubka right there for 13th position. Looking at Warren's lap times, he is faster than these guys in front of him. All these guys that came down and pitted on about lap... sorry, at all, though. Warren's running faster. Problem is, 16 seconds behind. I mean, he's 16 seconds behind. This is the point where you're just like, well, this is weird. DJ just got loose on the bottom there. He might go in the wall here very soon. Two teammates. That 81 has been very dedicated to that top line. I will give him that. I mean, he's been very, very dedicated to riding up there. Just not really moving from it at all. That's something that you have to really be very consistent with because you'll be wanting to move off that top line all the time. These guys just drafting off each other. Now, I almost think, right now you got to come down. This is the only... I really only see this as the only chance you're going to ever have a shot at Trey. He's just so far ahead. It's just ridiculous. I mean, nobody's catching him. And they can't catch him is the thing either. I do want to now do that on board with these guys now that they've gotten through their pit stops at least here, so we'll do that now. There's at least a lap on board with the top 5 drivers right now. Everybody's kind of just stayed where they are. Pit stops are going to happen soon, though, so we're going to have to see, what's going to happen here with them. Oh my God, I screwed this microphone on accident. But I'll tell you what, Brock and Lucas, they have not left each other alone the whole entire time. It has genuinely been these two guys just going at it nonstop the whole entire race. They won't leave each other's bumper ever. That's just what it ends up turning up to be as Zofield gets a little bit loose on that top line. He just kisses the wall, just a little chef's kiss to it. I think somebody's gonna have to gamble here. It's gonna be a gamble. They put on lap 45 and he came back down on lap 85. So right now you could pit and make it to the end. The question is, do you want to do that? If you do that, you're risking going a lap down, and if a caution comes out, well, you're in a bad position because of that caution that just came out on the track. So it's going to be a game of guys choosing, do we come down pit road? Do we not come down pit road? It's an iffy situation for some of these guys, that's for sure. Warren, he's definitely catching DJ now, but that's the only person that he is catching currently is him, because DJ's actually gets squeezed up by Zofield there just a little bit. Zofield, he's having a hard, and there goes some contact between DJ and Zofield. I'm not sure what happened between those two, but DJ's going to go through the grass. So is Zofield, just mowing the lawn down there for those guys. So that will move Warren into 4th as Zofield's about to get spun. I don't know what happened there. That was odd. We're going to go back and watch what happened. Did DJ get loose? Oh, yeah, he got loose right there. We're going to go cockpit view with him. It's where he got shoved up out of the groove as a caution has just come out probably for that incident there. So that's Zofield's view. We will get DJ Daniels' view of that. I'm guessing he did get loose here. Yep, there it goes. It steps out on him. That's what happened between those two as Hadley jumps to the pits after what happened down here. I believe he causes it a night. But that was the yellow flag comes out. So a caution did come out on the track. First one of the night. Did not think we would see a caution. So 11th through 20th here. Give me a minute to pull that up and give SDK a refresh again. 11th through 20th, Christian Roos, Thomas Stewart, Hubka, McQuaid, Ellis, Tarrant, Sobnowski, Zofield, Roberge, and Cloyd. It's how they sit right now. So those guys, we'll see everybody come down pit road. There's going to be fuel, and this is going to be fuel. I mean, there's no doubt about this. It'll be fuel for every single person that comes down here. So, let's see, everybody will come down behind Trey. Trey will keep the lead. He won't lose it. As I don't know why this thing wants to keep disconnecting to me. It's getting a little bit annoying from SDK. I do think my RAM is bad, so I'm going to replace that. So everybody will pit. I know some guys will get their laps back. They've been fighting for that for a while. DJ, he just got loose on that top line there and just went down a little bit. I mean, Trey wins that race off pit road. There's no surprise there, but this is gonna bunch everybody else back up because of that. It's gonna get really interesting here now. I believe they're going to have at least one more lap around under caution. The guys around them will get the wave around to go back. They're going to go pit, so those guys were already multiple laps down. They realized they weren't going to get the wave around, so they just came down pit road instead. Saved some time for these guys. And if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that'll help us grow a lot, trying to grow this channel as much as I can. Hopefully we can get to 500 by the end of this month. I do think that it is very possible for us to accomplish that goal that I have set for the channel. I think that this is going to make everything else pick up. Nobody's going to be nice to each other anymore. I think these guys are really going to go after it now, and that's going to get very, very interesting. The guys start beating, banging off each other. Tempers start to flare. They don't get happy. And I probably have a lot of mad people here very, very soon. I know Trey definitely didn't want to see that caution come out. He's probably like, you got to be kidding me when he saw that come out. Because he probably had that win, locked up, and he wasn't getting past. There was no way he was getting past from that. But he can get a little bit of a tap and send him around. It's gonna be It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting for some of these guys now. It'll be Trey Whitehead, Brock Whitehead, Lucas Whitehead, Warren Young, and DJ Daniel in the top 5. Ryan Sizemore, Jonathan Caldwell, Colt Blaskowski, Brandon McLaughlin, Noah Owens are the top 10 drivers right now currently. Pace car is going to pull off this lap, though. It will be 30 laps left here at Las Vegas. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas here for these guys. Pace car pulls off. We are back underway here. Trey gets a huge jump on the field. Absolutely massive jump there over these guys. I did not expect him to get that big of one. So it's going to put a lot of them side by side now. That's going to put Trey Whitehead to the lead. Brock Whitehead's going to try to chase him down. Behind these guys, this is where they're going to have to sort it out now. Who's going to fall in line? You can still save tires and come back and probably catch him. This changes up some stuff now. I mean, it really does change up stuff for Trey. He doesn't have the win on lock as they're 3 wide behind him. That's Cogswell on the bottom, Daniel in the middle, Warren Young up top, and DJ almost clips Warren there. That was very, very close between those drivers. Could have went really bad really quickly here. DJ is just trying to hold these guys off right now. He's also trying not to burn up his tires at the same time as doing this. Trey, I don't think this one isn't on lock now, as we're gonna have Brock, Brock is just he's trying to get to the quarter panel. I think he's got to it now. Trey Whitehead under attack for pretty much the first time in this whole entire race from Brock. Can Brock get on that bottom line and hold him off, though? That's a big question for these guys. It's gonna take a lot to do it, though. And I don't know if it's gonna be possible for him either. It's definitely going to be a iffy thing between these guys, so it's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. $25 laps left. Trey's holding him off, but he has literally, this is everybody behind him. This is a position where you want to be in it, and at the same time you don't. Got a lot of people who want this win, and they will do anything for it. Gonna roll the dice. Some of these guys back here struggling the whole entire race, it seems, as it looks like almost a Daytona up here in this front pack. Guys running the bottom, guys running the middle, some guys running the wall. 81's doing his signature line that he's been doing this whole entire race. Just ripping it around that top line. As Warren's in the wall, looks like he gets stuck in it, have to pull his car off. That's going to put him way back there, though. He's going to lose a lot of positions because of that issue that he had there. I'm going to drop him outside of the top 10, it seems, too, because of that. Definitely not going to be happy with that, and I would not blame him. Really do want to see if anybody has anything for Trey, though, because it seems so far nobody's been able to mount a challenge at all to him. At all. As I can just hear those tires just screeching on these guys' vehicles. It is wanting to get loose, and these tires are starting to get hot as Cogswell has a little bit of a bobble. He catches it there, though. He almost goes into the outside wall. Colt's going to try to go on the bottom along with Lucas Whitehead. Thought about making it 3 wide now. We'll see what Warren, he's managed to stay inside of the top 10. Have to go chase down these guys, though. As we have a wreck there, Colt down into Lucas Whitehead. That's going to be on a caution. DJ's collected in it. So is the 64, and so is Noah Owens, hard contact for these drivers that will bring out the second caution this race. See what happened here to Colt. As it actually happens in front of him. So a little bit of a bobble there. Brock gets into Ryan Sizemore. And that's not the 24's fault, actually. There's contact there. The 8's really slow. 24's probably got his wheel cranked already, and the 3 just happens to be there, and that's hard contact for him. DJ goes right into the wall. 64. Ooh, Lucas gets hit again by somebody. I think he gets hit by Cody Tarrant. Yeah, Cody just plows into his rear end there. That very well almost may have broke a toe link on his car, and that probably did. See what his cockpit looks like. That toe link is gone. That's the byproduct of being a little bit closer. They almost wreck each other. That's just the byproduct of being closer than what you should be most of the time. And the 24, no, he doesn't know that that 8's going to be as slow as he is coming off that corner. He just sees somebody, just coming off the wall. There's really nobody you can put blame on at this point, but Warren gonna come down and take some tires, I had to guess here. Maybe fuel, get some damage fixed. What's he doing? They might have used all their tires up. But Colt, he's not coming down. That's surprising. They very well may not have any tires left. As I don't think they do. Roberge has tires, though. And a Hubka. This just got really interesting. And I mean really interesting now. We've got guys who have a little bit older tires versus freshies that some guys just put on. Now they do have to come through the pack, but they got 16 laps to do it. Ooh, this is up in the air now. There is no definitive winner of this race anymore. Noah Owens, 132. Only took fuel because he only was on pit road for 6 seconds, but I do know Hubka took them. Not sure about some of these other guys that pit, but I do know some of them took some tires. Gonna go around at least one more time here. This just got way more interesting than what it used to be. Way more interesting than what it used to be. There's no winner in this race. Just, I was kind of handing it to Trey, and probably shouldn't have done that now, because I don't even know if Trey will win it. It's going to be a fight. It is going to be a fight for the win here. Tell y'all what, I better get a RAM replacement from Corsair. I'm going to be mad about that. As that is very slow RAM. I don't think DDR4 can do as fast as what I would like it to. Well, that sucks. Guess time to upgrade everything. I do plan on upgrading over the summer, though. Probably going to go up in CPU and motherboard and RAM at the same time. Max out of this thing, and I mean max it out. You never have too fast of a processor. But it will be 15 laps left in the race. Trey Whitehead leads, Brock Whitehead second, Ryan Sizemore third, Brandon McLaughlin fourth, Jonathan Cogswell is fifth. Oh, how fast are these new tires going to get up here? Or are they even going to get up here is a big question. Who knows? Because we're about to find out as the pace car is going to pull off this lap. They will grab the green flag again. As the green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Everybody gets pretty equal starts throughout the whole field, it seems. Trey's going to jump out to a monstrous lead now as the 31 and the 8 make contact again. That's going to send the 31 up into the wall. Luckily, he doesn't hit it, though. Question is, where are these fresh tires at? You see Roberge. Fresh tires on his Chevy Camaro. How fast can he chop through all these guys up here? Or can he even do that? As Patrick McQuaid, he's made a rebound. I'm definitely glad to see that this race. But Roberge, he's probably seen this. He's like, I need to find a way to just punch a hole somewhere. Because he's seeing Trey Whitehead just get ever so bigger in his mirror. He knows he has the tires. He knows it. He's just got to find a way to get up there. He really doesn't want cautions, I'd say, as we have the 3 just shooting like a rocket up here. That's Lucas Whitehead. He just ripped through the middle of all of that carnage there. I believe he was multiple laps down, though. Yes, he's at least one lap down that I do know of on the track. But where's Roberge? Roberge, he's trying to find a way up here. Warren is also... I think Warren got damage fixed. I don't know if he got his car fixed, so I truly don't. He got his car fixed. Tires, I have no clue. Is that 81? He is ripping that wall. He is all up on that thing. As the 24, I was surprised he didn't take tires. He's actually about to go under the guy that he got into. Now he's going to get to the quarter panel of Ryan Sizemore. Try to get as close as he can, actually down to the bottom. But Warren Young will come help him instead. As Chris Hubka just ran the fastest lap of the race. A 30:28. As that is 5 tenths, actually, sorry, 2 tenths faster than the fastest lap ever before. As Hubka, he is moving. He's flipped that switch and he is going right now. He just sees red and he wants to go catch Trey Whitehead as Trey almost clips the grass there. This is not what he wants to see. Hubka doesn't want to see these guys bottled up right behind each other, though. He's going to try to get around all this junk as fast as he can. Can Chris Hubka maybe win a race here? He really doesn't like this side-by-side. Christian Roos is his teammate. He's got to get around Roos. Roos will run that middle line. Looks like he will maybe be clear of Ryan Sizemore on exit. Hubka looking to put it 3 wide instead on Christian Roos. He'll tuck in behind, try to push in by Colt Laskowski. Laps are ticking off here for Hubka to do anything. Roos will probably move out of Hubka's way if I had to guess. At 24, tries to get back in the throttle, almost pinches down Patrick McQuaid. Now Hubka's going to go set his sights on Roos as that 24 is extremely loose. Looks like he comes down into a Roberge just a little bit. But Trey Whitehead, he's scooted out to a 1 second lead over Chris Hubka, but this lead will probably disappear very, very, very fast for Trey Whitehead if Hubka can just get clean air as it's ticking off here now. Patrick McQuaid, he was one of those drivers also that came down pit road along with Hubka. Trey Whitehead, it might be down to the wire between these two guys. As long as Hubka and McQuaid don't get in a battle, Hubka will just power move outside of Jonathan Cogswell now. 7 laps left in the race. Hubka, he's going to try to catch Trey Whitehead. He's got to get around Brock, though. He gets around Brock. Hupka's just going to try to trust that outside line, get a run coming off the hill. If he can get to the quarter panel of Brock Whitehead, he has it now. Brock can't come up. Now Hupka. This may be a chance for Hupka to win a race here. He's going to go set his sights on Trey McQuaid, following him through. Chris Hupka, who has struggled the whole entire night, now finds himself in second place with the better tires over Trey Whitehead. And he is catching him incredibly fast. Trey realizes what Hupka's doing. Trey's going to try to run that top line, and it's not going to work. Hupka's going to go down to the bottom. It's going to be a side draft here coming from Trey Whitehead here possibly. Hupka trying to get as far away from Trey as he can. Doesn't want to get that side draft. Patrick McQuaid's going to go with him. Hupka's going to have to drive it in deep here and hope it sticks, as it will stick, because he will take the lead here now. Trey Whitehead, I thought he had the win here now, but it's Hupka. It's going to be between Patrick McQuaid and Chris Hupka. How hard did Hupka drive? Did McQuaid just follow him through, because Hupka was the one punching the holes? McQuaid's going to try to go down to the bottom. He's going to have to bail out there just a little bit, because Trey Whitehead's sent in there a little bit deep. Hupka looks like he's trying to save as much tires as he can. McQuaid trying to get to the outside of Hupka. If these two get side by side, this could bring back Chris Roberge into this mix now. Chris will probably get around Trey very, very fast, but the question is, how much did Hupka push? Hupka gets a little bit tight off that corner. It's going to bring Patrick McQuaid right up to his bumper. 4 laps left in the race here. As this is picked up, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It'll be a huge win for Chris Hupka. McQuaid is just breathing down his neck. He knows he's right there. Roberts has gotten by Trey Whitehead. Hupka, he is really putting a lot of faith in this outside line. That may be the demise of him, as McQuaid's going to go to the bottom of him. He will get past Chris Hupka. Hupka needs to come down to side draft. He won't be able to do that, though. It'll be Patrick McQuaid who goes to the lead here now. McQuaid black flagged at the start of the race. Oh my God. As we just missed the finish of that race there. As again, guys, I'm sorry. We literally were 3 laps to go, and iRacing crashed on me. You have to be kidding me. Of course. I do at least want to get in here and get some of these guys' interviews. This is as we're going to look at the results here again. As for the results. As here they are. So it was McQuaid, Hupka, and Roberge who won that race. So McQuaid comes back and wins. So we will interview the second place driver in, or third place driver in Christopher Burge here. So give me a minute here. As here we go. So I'll drag him in here. Hey Chris, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, I do.
Man, so you come home third. Now, how'd that race go for you from the drop the green flag to the checkered, man?
It was very, very tough. Trying to just keep my time, save the tires because it was wearing the tires pretty fast. 3 sets with, well, total of 3 sets over the wall was very tough and risky, but we managed for our team top three, and so we did really well.
Yeah, so, was there ever a point in the race where you were, pretty down on yourself, or do you feel like you had a chance to take home the win here the whole entire night?
It was very tough. It's hard to say. I just want to take my time. At the time, I had a fast car at the time for practice and all that, but as I said, I just want to just do whatever I can, save my car as much as I can.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yes, my big supporters, Chop Shop Racing League. I'm in. They've been probably watching me so bad. Team Hubka Motorsports. Congrats to my teammates, Patrick and Chris for top three. I want a big shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Great job. And big support of my wife watching me. And soon to be our anniversary next week.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good third place finish tonight, though, man.
Thank you.
That was Chris Roberge, the third place driver. We will bring in the second place driver, and Chris Hupka. Hey, Hupka, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. So you come home second. You fall just a little bit short, but how did that race go for you from the drop of the green flag to the checkered?
Well, I was struggling with the car all race long, just outside the top 10. Didn't seem like I had the speed, but that last wreck kind of helped me out where I was able to get some fresh tires compared to everybody else and just drove through the field, overdrove one corner, and that's all it took to lose that race.
Yeah, man, it's definitely some of these races. You're like, well, there's just one little thing that goes wrong, but was there ever a point in the race where you were like, well, I don't really have any hope at all? Because I mean, it seems like you were struggling the whole entire time until that late caution came out.
Yeah, I mean the tires wear off pretty quickly here, so I was doing my best to try to save them. But I'd say with under 50 to go, I was hoping for a caution. That was my only chance. We got it. I took the wave around, hoping there would be another caution. I got it. Got my fresh tires and drove to the front, but didn't have didn't have what it takes to get the win. But I'll gladly take second place.
Second place isn't bad at all. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Team Watson for sure. My sponsors, Hupka Real Estate Group, Keller Williams, and their second place was for my son who's struggling with AVM right now. This one's for him.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good second place finish tonight. You fell just a little bit short. Hopefully next week I can see you move that spot up and take the win. But good job, man.
I appreciate it.
That was Chris Hufka, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner and Patrick McQuaid. Hey, Patrick, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you come home first. You got black flag the first lap, and you come back to win the race. How did the race go for you from the drop the green flag to the checkered? Because you had to fight the whole entire night.
Yeah, that was definitely the longest race in my mind that I've ever had. I've never had luck like that. To have that bad luck and then turn around and have one set of tires left, and I didn't want to pass Hupka for the win, man, because he deserves it more than anyone in this league. But I haven't had luck in his leagues for ever. So to get this one means a lot more than any league win I've ever had.
Yeah, man, it just seems like all that adversity and you still come home with the win. How does that make you feel knowing that you won the second race of the season?
It feels pretty good. Unfortunately, this point system isn't the lock-in point system, so that was a kind of a Debbie Downer to hear that. But no, it just feels good to get the win, especially with Alpha Line on the car. Haven't got a win with them in league race before, so it feels great.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good win tonight, though, man.
I appreciate it, and shout out to Muffler Man, Alpha Lion, Blue Race Designs, and Clips Photography, and you for putting on a great broadcast. I love watching it.
All right. Well, thank you, man. But good luck next week. Hopefully, I'll see you take home another win.
Thank you.
That was Patrick McQuaid, the race winner. Again, guys, the RAM on this computer has gone bad. So evidently what's going to happen is I'm either going to buy new RAM and go down there and get it because this is getting on my last nerves. I know it's going bad. I'm waiting for Corsair to respond to my email that I had sent them. So again, I'm very sorry about that. It's driving me literally insane knowing how it wants to keep doing this to me. And I know it's this that's happening to me. And guys, I'm very sorry about that. But if you do want to see actually a good streamer, Austin is streaming right now Money Racing Series. But I will let you all go right now. I'm not going to keep you any longer than what you need to be kept.